A team of researchers in Beijing recently claimed to have completed a conceptual design for a compact and inexpensive nuclear reactor that would propel a swarm of torpedoes across the Pacific Ocean in about a week. Once developed, the Chinese torpedo may be able to hit an American target by crossing the Pacific in more than a week undetected on its way. The Poseidon is an intercontinental nuclear-powered autonomous torpedo. Although slower than an ICBM, it may be unstoppable and become Russia's most formidable strategic weapon. China, however, maintains that their mini torpedo will be different from Russia. According to Chinese researchers, the mini version can be placed into a typical torpedo tube and launched in bulk from almost any submarine or warship, in contrast to the Poseidon, which cannot be mass-produced because it is too large, expensive, and destructive. Each torpedo will launch and maintain a cruising speed of over 30 knots, 56 km per hour or 35 miles per hour, for 200 hours using a single-use nuclear reactor before being dropped to the seabed. Then, it will use the battery to power a conventional weapon attack. This shows that China does not want to use nuclear warheads. Poseidon's 2-megaton nuclear weapon is 100 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb and can destroy a coastal city or larger area. However, using such a weapon could start a nuclear war that would end the world, making the development of many such systems impossible. Its nuclear propulsion and other design features will allow it to be fired from great distances. They might even let it linger on standby before launching an attack. The project team removed most of the reactor's shielding material for their design, protecting only a few critical components from radiation. Expensive layers made of rare earth elements in the reactor core were exchanged for cheaper materials such as graphite. Experts recommend using some commercially accessible components from the global market in place of military-grade items to further reduce costs. The reactor will generate more than 1.4 megawatts of heat from less than 4 kilograms, 8.8 pounds, of low-concentration uranium fuel. They claim that the service staff can treat the small reactor as a clean asset without the need for protective gear as it will not produce any radiation. As soon as the torpedo leaves the launch pad, a chain reaction will begin, taking about 30 minutes, 20 times faster than a typical nuclear submarine reactor, to reach a working temperature of 300 degrees Celsius, 572 degrees Fahrenheit, and propel the torpedo to a cruising speed of about 60 km/h, 37 miles per hour. According to the researchers, the reactor could run for up to 400 hours over a distance of more than 10,000 kilometers, 6,200 miles, roughly the distance between Shanghai and San Francisco. Advanced torpedoes can conduct ambushes on the other side of the ocean and attack submarines as they leave port in home waters where it is impossible to access manned platforms. Torpedo swarms can take orders from humans or autonomous underwater command vehicles to perform various tasks such as reconnaissance and pursuit of valuable targets. His remarks suggest that China's naval strategy could evolve to create inexpensive autonomous underwater systems to attack enemy assets. This could be of great concern to the United States as it is already teetering under pressure to defend itself against China's untenable hypersonic weapons that could detonate its critical military assets in the Pacific, especially the strategic island of Guam. With tensions steadily rising in the Indo-Pacific region and experts predicting future conflicts, this mini torpedo can strike targets from mainland China to the United States from underwater without being detected in its path.